Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode, the Luxury Car Repair. So what have we got going on? We have a BMW X3, just finished the X7. So X3, let me show you what it is. It's a black one, quarter panel damage. Here we go. So first thoughts, punched in right here. You can see how far it's gone in with the bumper, all along that edge. It's gone in down there as well, around the body line as well. What I'm going to do is take this flare off, take the bumper off, because I think there's going to be damage in behind there. I might even take the liner off, just to have a look in there, take the quarter trim off. And what we're going to do as well is we are going to scan it first. I always do a pre-scan on every job. That just shows you before we even touch the car, if there's any problems with the car, you'll get it on the screen, print it out, then you have your pre-scan so you can't be blamed on anything. So we'll do that first and then we'll start stripping this baby. Right, let's go. Okay, so starting off, we'll connect the OBD reader. Get the number here. Okay, so do that later. What we do is Diagnostics, BMW. Let's just say it's connected to the car. BMW automatic, read. That's the VIN in the car. Confirm. Confirm. We do this with every car, just so, like I said, you're not gonna, any faults that the car originally has, not going to be blamed on you, but that could get very costly. And auto scan. So now it's going to go through all the systems in the car. BMW's alright, pretty quick, 19%. We've already got 6 codes. 7. 14 codes. 15. 16. 17, right. So individually, you have your body domain controller, you can click into that and it will tell you exactly what it is. Read codes. Rear driver side power window regulator switch. Exterior mirror left, exterior mirror heat, electronics, chromic. The list will probably go on and on. I have 16, 17 codes, so it's good to know. So you can tell the customer, you know, the car already had that before he started. But anyway, I'll print this off and send it to the office. Let's get stripping the rest of the car. So, jacked it up. Always put your axle stand in there, it's underneath there, just to have a look inside there. You can see there's been previous work done on suspension in there. But just having a look at here, this is kind of pushed in a bit along here. So what we do is, obviously you're right on the panel what's going on with it, just so the insurance company can understand. What we do is we'll take pictures of it with no writing on it, and then we'll take pictures of it with the writing on it. So it's just explaining, body line. Body line's all pushed in here. Edges in, all the edges in along here. You can see this is all pushed in and it's created a kind of high ridge along here. To address that. This is all in, there's a kink here. This is all pushed in down here as well. It's all in along here. Kink here. It's just basically there's a high ridge and a forming here because it's not going in down the bottom here. And then we just go into the inside and you can just see that it's all kinked and pushed in here as well. So yeah, you just have to justify what time you're asking and for insurance reasons. Right people, here we go. We're gonna get a go ahead and this all got approved. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna bang all this out. We're gonna get this out as flat as we can. You can see it's all pushed in. And we'll work on this area down here. I've got access in behind. So hopefully I can get something in there. But anyway, let's go. You ready, Connor?
Let's get it.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to use a Tesla certified block. If you look online, you can buy these directly from Tesla. Because Tesla has shit gaps, they give you a block of wood to smack the car into position. So there you go. Okay, what I'm going to use, this is a chisel, but I have a mass up there with about 4 or 5 layers of masonry, so it's not sharp. We're going to get right into that edge and get it out. You ready, Connor? Hammer, dolly, flip. So what I'm doing here is the highest point of the dolly, that's where that is. Once I get in that area, I'm just hitting down like that and I'm pushing this out, which brings the panel out. You with me, Connor?
Yeah.
Show. Now, let it focus. We've got a nice straight line here now. That was all in. There's obviously a lot more metal work to do. Work it down here and work all up in this area here. Obviously a bit more here as well, but just getting the general shape. We're getting there. Let's continue on. Okay, so I've dressed it all up where I'm really happy with. The only thing, trying the bumper on. Always try your bumper on, because look at this. See? The quarter panel is still lying in. I want to get this edge out to meet this edge. So I need to bang it out more. In regards to getting the shape back, the shape's back. But I just need to get that edge out. So let's keep messing around with it. I'm going to go in from behind it. I'm going to bang it out. See if that works. Got it out there a bit. Sitting a bit flusher along there now. So what I'll do now is I'll take the bumper off, sand this all down, we give it a little wipe. Right, so next stage, what I'm going to do is, there's obviously a few little high areas, so I'm just going to give them a little tap down, wipe a filler. If you know me from your last few repairs, usually I get the metal foil out, foil it down, a bit more flipping body and foil it down, get it nice and smooth. But had a few people in the comments saying, oh, I don't know about that, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to do it their way. See what it looks like. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you rather it this way, or would you rather it getting a bit more smooth with the foil and everything? Anyway, we'll do it their way. Try and keep everyone happy, you know. Anyway, let's hammer down them high spots here, put a coat of filler on it. I'd say then we're going to get a few highs again, hammer that down. Usually, like I always say, get in the second skin. Anyway, let's go. Okay, for anyone wondering what filler I'm using here, I'm using 3M Platinum Plus. Absolutely love this filler. Minimal pinholes. I also add a little bit of resin when I'm mixing it as well. It gives it almost a self-leveling or an easy flow to it. What I'm using sandpaper wise is 3M as well. I usually start with P80 and work my way all up to P180, and that's usually what I finish off. The odd time I might finish with 320, depends on how much I like the painter. Okay, so there's a skim in. It's just gone off, so we're going to start sanding. But some people say to me, why do you leave the bumper on when you're doing it? Obviously, the bumper's going to be getting repaired anyway. It's all low in behind here. I'll just put a bit of masking tape on there. My last skim, just getting it there, just so that I know it's going to be nice. And it helps me get the body line running into the body line with this. So what I can do is I can peel all that off and I can start sanding it, and then I know it's going to be right. So anyway, let's get sanding. Okay, so here we go with this skim. It's still the same process. P80, working my way up to P180. What I'm doing is now, and I have it close, I'm going to get the body line tool here, I'm going to run it along. Just go on the far side to measure the body line. Then I get the masking tape along there, as you can see, and now I'm going to get P180 and I'm going to sand all that guy coat off. Then it's going to give me a nice sharp body line there. Sanding it in different directions just so it all blends in nice and easy. Kind of use the X pattern. Once I have that off, then I'll just put a little bit more guide coat just along the body line and then peel it off, and it'll show me exactly where my body line is, as you can see here. Also here I'm feather edging with P180. I like to feather edge my repairs because sometimes they feel nice, and then after you feather edge it you can feel a bit of an edge. So it's always good for you to figure that out instead of your painter. So at least when you feather edge it, you know it's going into the paint shop 100%. Okay, onto the bumper here. I'm just going to use a bit of heat just to push out the low areas. Once I have the low areas out, what I'll do is I'm going to sand it down. But on a bumper, I also use the body line tool. So I'll run it along the edge. Then I'll also get the masking tape as well, like I did in the quarter panel. Then I'll be able to sand here nice and carefully, just making sure I'm not hitting the masking tape, just right along the edge. And that's going to give me a nice body line as well, as you'll see here. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's try the bumper on. Hopefully it all gaps up and lines up. There she is, all done. Body line looks well, goes nice into the bumper, it's sitting nice and flush along there, nice gap in between it. Look at it from this side, runs nice there. So now she's all done. I'm going to take the glass out, strip the rear door, take the roof rack off, get this bumper off again, get this thing painted, and then we'll bang it together and have a look at it then. And here it is, all painted. Looking nice and shiny. Looks well. Body line looks good. What we'll do is now we'll demask this, let it cool off a little bit first actually. Demask it and then we get it into my stall, bang this thing together and get it to the detail. Looks good though. Let's go. Okay everyone, just got it before I left. Looks well. Looks nice along here. Body line goes into the bumper. I'm happy with the way that turned out. No damage to the back of the panel. I got it all out with the flip and dolly. So that's always a bonus. But yeah, it looks well. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Any comments or any questions, leave in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.